witnessing a very controversial match tonight because one man claims he's retired. And that man is the scariest retired man on the planet today, Brock Lesnar.
Perhaps because we're not talking about any mere mortal man, Michael Cole. We are talking about the beast incarnate, the most decorated athlete in combat sports history. And tonight, it could be argued that it's do or die for Brock Lesnar.
For the first time in 24 years, since 2002, Brock Lesnar will compete in a match in Europe. Brock Lesnar admitted, Corey, that he was humbled, that he suffered an ass whipping at the hands of Obafemi back at WrestleMania.
And Brock also promised to rule over the ruler tonight in Italy.
Brock Lesnar said that, I did not want to go out that way. I was caught out in the emotion of that night when I left my boots in the ring. And he said, I can take an ass whooping. The question is, Obafemi, can you?
It was February 11th, 1990, the night Mike Tyson was knocked out by James Buster Douglas. And while Tyson would go on to fight again, he has claimed multiple times that night his career ended. Can Lesnar recover, or will this be another Tyson situation?
Let's look at the tale of the tape now between these two men in this WrestleMania rematch, and one of the biggest rematches in WWE.
Quite literally speaking, they reinforced the ring for this one. Obafemi 6'4", 310. Lesnar 6'3", 290, giving up a little more size than he's used to, but pay attention to the reach advantage. Lesnar can strike with the best of them and turn your lights out with one right hand.
And this all started back at the Royal Rumble earlier this year when Brock Lesnar eliminated Obafemi, who was on a roll entering the Rumble at number 1.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman, introducing the Asesino del Soberano, Brock Lesnar!
And his opponent from Lagos, Nigeria, weighing in at 310 pounds, Oba Femi!
Brock Lesnar looks ready. He has been pacing like a caged animal as he looks at Oba Femi.
But so does Oba Femi, who has not taken
Look
his
at this!
eyes.
Well, he did right there. He did right there, Corey. He took his eyes off Brock Lesnar for a moment, and Brock Lesnar bull rushed him and delivers an F5. An F5 to Femi.
This is unbelievable.
And Lesnar again with Femi up on his shoulders, and Lesnar delivers another F5. What an onslaught by Lesnar. The Beast, who promised to humble and humiliate Femi tonight with a trio of F5s.
Lesnar delivering on that promise. This is becoming a beatdown of biblical proportions.
Oba pissed Lesnar off in WrestleMania, embarrassed him on the grandest stage, and Lesnar now with a fourth F5. The Beast has been unleashed. Cover, Femi kicked out.
And unfortunately for Oba, I think that just ticked off Lesnar even worse.
Listen to this place. It is thunderous. And the Kimura. Lesnar with a Kimura lock that has broken many arms throughout his career. Lesnar with the Kimura locked in. Oba Femi tap out.
Oba trying to posture up on his toes to minimize the pressure, but Lesnar has it cinched in deep.
The most decorated combat sports athlete in history with a vaunted Kimura lock.
And make no mistake, Lesnar will not hesitate to snap Femi's arm.
Yeah, ask guys like Shawn Michaels about that, as Lesnar now has it locked in on Femi. Oba Femi trying desperately to fight out of this. Needs to make it to a rope, but again, is the pain too much for the ruler?
Well, this may be the most pain we've seen Oba experience in his WWE tenure.
Oba somehow still hanging on. Lesnar threatening to break his arm. Oba Femi now. You gotta be kidding me. Oba Femi with literally one arm standing on his feet. Got Brock Lesnar in trouble. Oba Femi powering Lesnar to the mat. What an incredible counter by Femi.
Oba forcing Lesnar to relinquish the hold, but the damage may have been done. Femi may have suffered damaged ligaments. He may have a fractured arm at this point. He spent a significant amount of time in the Kimura.
Yeah, the left arm hanging limply now on the side as Lesnar goes right back to attack. Oba Femi, referee Chad Patton, the senior official, working this matchup as Femi drives Lesnar into the corner. Brock still has it locked in. Again, driving Lesnar to the corner, trying to create some spaces. Femi, this is desperate times now for Femi. Finds himself in the deep water against a great white shark.
I gotta say, Cole,
Femi,
Brock certainly doesn't look retired to me.
and Oba went for the choke slam, and Brock Lesnar from behind.
Again!
Another F5.
5!
Lesnar covers. Femi kicked out again, and now Brock getting frustrated.
Take another look at the superhuman power of the Beast. The 5th F5 delivered since the opening bell. I think Torino is evolving into F5 City.
Oba struggling to make it back to his feet. Lesnar continues to stalk the ruler. With Femi up again, looking for a half dozen was Lesnar. Femi though, now choke slam delivered. One arm choke slam, cover now. Hook of the leg on Lesnar, who kicks out at 2.
Oba wasn't able to maximize the impact. Brock Lesnar tried to break the grip of Oba. but there wasn't full impact on the choke slam.
And now Obafemi gonna send
Whoa,
Brock over the
jeez.
top rope, and Oba as well, as both men collapse to the floor. And look at the eyes of Femi.
And look out, Cole.
Obafemi now, ripping apart our announce desk. Our Italian counterparts don't mind we hang out over here. And now Femi looking to put Brock away. Lesnar, though, able to reverse it. And the bad arm driven into the steel post by the Beast.
And the left arm of Obafemi has suffered so much damage to this point. It's miraculous it's not broken. It may be broken.
And again, looking for the Kimura, has it in. Obafemi, though, slinging Brock, spine first to the post.
These two gladiators hitting one another with everything they can muster.
They deserve it to be in the Coliseum. Lesnar, though, with Femi
Not again.
on his
Not
shoulders.
again.
Brock Lesnar, F5 through the table, and F5 through the table. The announce table exploding.
310 pounds of the ruler just delivered through our table. And the eyes of Obafemi, Michael Cole, they're rolled to the back of his head.
And Brock Lesnar celebrating what he believes will be a count-out victory. As Patton, the official, begins the count after a wicked F5. I think that would have been a half dozen F5s.
Oba's eyes are glazed over, Michael Cole. The lights are on, but no one's home.
A count of 5 now. Paul Heyman orchestrating the count. Femi just stood up. Femi stood up. Count of 8 now.
Michael, he was damn near unconscious 10 seconds ago.
Femi marched into the ring. Lesnar can't believe it. Lesnar looks like he's seen a ghost.
He's seen the ruler.
Femi with a running uppercut. Obafemi's got a chance to do the unthinkable and knock off Lesnar 2 straight matches. And Femi now with Lesnar up and tossing him halfway across the ring.
Like a shot put from the ruler. Femi looking to finish the job.
Looking for the fall from grace here. But I don't think he could get it all, of course, with that bad arm. And Brock Lesnar now scooping Femi up to deliver a 7th. F5 cover by Lesnar. The ruler has been usurped.
Here is your winner, Brock Lesnar!
What a fight! What a war! Corey, 7 F5s, including 1 through the announce table.
What we've learned tonight is that the ruler Obafemi is something more than human. And on the other side of the ring, he is still the baddest SOB walking the planet Earth, the most decorated athlete in combat sports history, and damn sure not a retired beast incarnate.